How's it going, guys? And today we're back with another Dark Souls video. This time another versus matchup since the last one did very well. Now, we have actually been approaching 500 very closely. We're like 3 subs away at the time of making this video. And we're going to be reaching a big milestone. Very big milestone. And I want to thank everyone for the support so far. Because we will be getting better videos day by day. So keep a lookout for that. Check the community tab, and then you'll see all the, updates and shit. Anyway, and of course I already got a 500 subscriber video planned anyway, so that's all sorted. And it'll be an icon, of course. Anyway, now today's video will be featuring 2 colossal-sized monsters for our matchup. Now, unfortunately, due to my fear of copyright, I will not be including too much of Gojira in the video. Or Godzilla, same thing, because the fact of the matter is the YouTube copyright system is so fucking weird. Like, I'll get a video with a lot of clips and it won't get banned, but then I'll get a video with one clip, one snippet from something, and it'll get like a copyright instantly. So I'll try to minimalize it, and like I just mentioned, that already gives away who's going to be in this matchup. So today's matchup will also feature Seath The Scaless, the Pale Drake himself, and of course the original Godzilla we all know and love, the really old Godzilla. Now, I actually thought of this matchup since Godzilla's popular, of course he is, and I thought, why not do a match with him and do a Dark Souls spin on it, why not? And both these monsters are pretty tall, pretty huge, probably around the same height, I think, so it's perfect, really. Now, for the rules, it's obvious. It's the usual rules for versus battles. If you've watched my versus battle videos, we will be taking into account AP, speed, and hacks. No, we won't need to argue intelligence, since these are basically 2 giant big beasts duking it out. I don't really think we need intelligence, and that's my usual thing anyway. We don't really count IQ unless it's a close fight or if it's in like an equal stats match. Now let's take a look at our contenders. Now, we all know who Godzilla is at this point. We don't need to go in depth about his background. He's just a mutated dinosaur and all that crap. You've seen all the story. Now, Seath The Scaless is a dragon who basically turned on his species, the Everlasting Dragons, and sided with Gwyn in the original war, which was in Dark Souls 1. So that's pretty much the gist of all the characters which are in this matchup. So picture this, Gojira is basically going on his weekly rampage through Japan. However, he suddenly gets teleported into the forest near the Duke's archives, where Seath The Scaless lies in wait for an ambush. So you could better understand the G cells for his experiments, and the fight suddenly begins. First, we'll start with Gojira scaling, since he's new to the channel. And yeah, I haven't really scaled Godzilla in the past, I'm pretty sure, at all. So, I mean, I did do Shin Godzilla for a brief, 50 seconds, but anyway, the OG Godzilla at worst should range to small city level via statements regarding that he could destroy small mountains, which would range into small city tiers of strength. However, at best, with his atomic breath, you could get him to iron level. This is due to the fact that he was at the epicenter of his own blast, used to boil the ocean. Since nuclear reactions and chemical reactions happen inside his body, he has a complete resistance to this. This would at best get him to iron level with these calcs, which is pretty good. You can argue higher, I'm pretty sure it was country level, small country level. But yeah, it's around about there. You get into small city, iron level, or of course country level, depending on where you want to scale one. Which is pretty good stuff for the OG Godzilla, since this is the literal first Godzilla of them all, so it's pretty good for starters. Now, for speed, he isn't that good. I mean, it's the usual fact of Godzillas, they aren't really that fast. Their atomic breath usually carries their speed, but for this instance, he's only transonic, since he was able to catch up with saber jets, which would fly at Mach 0.89. which is okay at best. Now for hacks, it's the usual, which every Godzilla has, which is the atomic breath. I don't really need to go into depth with that. He has a regeneration through his G cells, and this also counts for immortality type 3, since these G cells can heal fatal wounds, shown in the movie. pretty much all I explained, because I don't think they actually show him regenerating. I don't remember, because it's been ages since I watched the first Godzilla movie. And then, of course, he has absorption through absorbing the nuclear bombs blast. Along with this, he should have his, bodily weaponry, his teeth, his claws, his tail, and that's pretty much it for our OG Godzilla here. Now, let's move on to the Pale Drake himself, Seath The Scaless. To make this matchup fair, I will be lowballing him incredibly low, since I don't want to use the low multi arguments, the fucking the outer arguments, all that shit, because it'll just make this fight like what, 1 second. It'll just make it last 1 second, and Godzilla will just be reduced to ashes by his mere presence. So I'd rather just lowball him for this matchup. Basically the same thing we did for Nameless King when we did the Homelander's Nameless King video. Now, at worst, Seath should be comparable to the Nameless King's Lightning Drake, which was calced at small country level via the Storm calc in Dark Souls 3. Here's the calcs here. However, he should range into star level via being comparable to the chosen undead who could link the first flame, the same one which holds the sun in position and prevents it from taking an eclipse-like form. Yeah, pretty much. Here's the scan here. For speed, he should range into roundabout hypersonic or FTL, whichever one you want to say. They're both good either way. He should be comparable to the chosen undead in reaction speed, who could wield light spells and lightning. Not looking good for Godzilla right now. This is via the spells in the game, such as the Divine Light Pillars and Gwyn's Lightning Ball. I'm pretty sure it's called Gwyn's Lightning Ball. But yeah, for Seath's hacks, he should at least have Type 8 Immortality. He also has Type 3, but Type 8 is, of course, better in retrospect. Via his Primordial Crystal that, if not broken, makes him pretty much immortal. You'd, of course, know this if you actually fight the boss, but I'll show you right here. Regeneration, also, via his crystal, if I remember correctly, it regenerates itself. Do correct me on this, but I'm pretty sure it regenerates his health, if I'm correct. Also, via his crystal manipulation, he should have also curse manipulation. Basically, his curse basically halves your health and then instantly kills you if you let it, take over you fully. And yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much it for Seath and all his hacks and speed and AP. So who wins? Well, I mean, I don't really need to go in depth with who wins. Seath the Scaless, low diffs. If you hadn't, of course, already guessed, Seath just has better AP, he has better speed, he has better hacks. Even if we're taking his AP and speed into the equation, his hacks is way more stronger, because Godzilla has nothing to counteract, the curse manipulation, which will just instantly kill him if, he doesn't move out of the way. But even then, like I mentioned, Seath is a lot faster, and if the OG Godzilla gets hit with the crystals, he'll basically die within basically 2 hits, maybe 1 hit. And there'll be no match. Now, I was going to take into speed, but I don't really believe in speed, since I don't really take speed into account. Speed isn't really that important. Not speed, sorry. Size isn't really that important. That's why I don't take it into account in any battle, since I don't really think that's a viable factor in terms of a fight. So there's that there. But anyway, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, click the bell. We are close to hitting 500. We will probably do the 500 subscriber special next video if we don't hit 500 by the end of this video. But if we do, I'll probably show off parts of the video as like a preview on my community tab, or might as well just post the thumbnail itself. And yeah, we will see you in the next one. Bye bye.